I get it, the reward is so nice when you get like the good comments and everything, but just imagine what those comments are going to be like if you took your time to do that work. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Jasmine. I'm currently a junior in nursing school. So to give you some context, today is Thursday, December 31st, 2020. And I've been doing some reflecting all week long. I do actually have some resolutions that I would like to take into the spring semester of 2021. I want to share those 5 resolutions with you, and definitely engage with me in the comments. Let me know what your resolutions are. Are they more particular to like your schooling, or is it more of just personal life and you want to make some changes going into 2021? So stay tuned, like and comment and subscribe to your girl, okay? Okay. So for my first resolution on here, I actually talk about self-care. In my last video, I said how self-care is basically a joke in nursing school and that it basically does not happen during the semester. But I do want to change that going into 2021. I don't want to feel like I am choosing between getting an assignment done or doing something that I like, or taking a break when I need it. I do think that incorporating more self-care into my routine, whether it just be like one thing out of the week or something small every day, is going to help not feel burned out. The end of fall semester just felt burned out. Felt like I had given my all and barely made it out alive, and just didn't have a lot of time for myself. Had to make drastic decisions to kind of keep things going and keep things together. So going into 2021, I just want to incorporate more self-care into the semester. I find that going like into summer break or winter break, it's like I'm a self-care queen, but now I don't want to like sacrifice things that I love or things that I know are gonna help recenter me during like a stressful semester. I just don't want to compromise it anymore. So my first resolution is to just incorporate more self-care into my routine, so that way I avoid feeling that burned out feeling by the end of the semester. So for my second resolution, for my spring semester of 2021, I want to actually continue something that I incorporated from last semester. So kind of background information here. Anyway, so I'm normally someone that procrastinates. I wait till the last second and get my stuff done and scramble. I mean, it comes out fire, right? Whenever you feel like when you work under pressure, you get the best work. I mean, that's how diamonds come about. But going into the fall semester, I just did not want to do that. Anytime that I did procrastinate and I would, complete the work, you would just feel so drained because you took like an assignment that was supposed to be done over like maybe a week or 2 weeks. You condensed it down into just a few hours before the assignment is due. And the amount of strain that you put on your body, on your mind, is just like not worth it to me anymore. I get it, the reward is so nice when you get like the good comments and everything, but just imagine what those comments are going to be like if you took your time to do that work. I mean, I don't know, for me it's just not something that I want to keep putting myself through, because it's just a constant like up and down, high stress, and life is stressful enough. There are things going on outside of nursing school. Assignments are not one of those things that I want to be stressed about per se when it comes to something that I can control. So my resolution is to just continue to not procrastinate on my assignments. I did a pretty good job of making sure that if I had like a paper, I would work on it maybe days or weeks in advance before it was due, and just a little bit at a time saved me so much like stress, if anything. And so that's something that I just want to continue to work on, and not like go back into my slacker ways and be like, oh, I'll just put it off, or tell myself there's no time or anything. But yeah, I just don't want to continue to procrastinate as hard as I did maybe at the beginning of nursing school. Now that I'm a junior now, so it's like going in, it's just like it feels better when you take your time with stuff and you're not rushing to put it all together. And so this is me striving for better. I just don't want to continue to procrastinate. I just want to keep up the good work that I've done and kind of improve on my not procrastinating. What's non-procrastination? Is there a word for that? So yeah, I just want to improve on my skills to basically like manage my time better, take my time with my assignments and things like that. So that is my second resolution. My third resolution is, actually maybe I might be a little bit far-fetched in stating this third resolution, but it's something that I want to incorporate anyway, is to actually start studying for my NCLEX, which is probably like, I feel like it's a little bit premature. I feel like a lot of like research I've done with just starting to study for the NCLEX, everyone does it like a month, maybe 3 months out, and I'm actually about like 18 months from NCLEX time. But I kind of just want to start studying in small ways, maybe like start going back over content from previous semesters and kind of just re-familiarizing myself with it and getting it into memory. So it's not like a hardcore study for NCLEX kind of thing. It's just more so like study in small ways for NCLEX and start to build on the knowledge that I already have and practice questions so I don't lose that skill of like critical thinking and things like that. So that is my third resolution for the semester. My next resolution is to find balance between work and school. So in my last video, you know, I kind of shared that I did have to quit my last position just because it was just too much for me to handle between work, school, life, and all of that. And I kind of got down to the wire where I had to eliminate work so I could put my best foot forward with school. But I'm also like a person that just can't afford to sit and just be in school, so I kind of have to get back into the workforce. I'm actually ready to go back to work. I don't like to sit idle for too long, and so I want to find an appropriate balance between work and school. I don't want to feel like, sure, you know, nursing school is hard enough already, and I get that, but it's not impossible to work and do school at the same time. It's something that I did before when I started the program. I was working full-time, doing school full-time, and then last semester I was actually doing part-time and doing school full-time, and this semester I want to do the same thing where I work part-time, go into school full-time and everything, but I want to basically have a job and not have to worry about if I have to cut my ties with work in order to do well in school. So just finding like an appropriate balance between the two, being in the program and everything, that's something that I want to kind of get back into and find better ways than what I was going through in the fall. So, alrighty guys, so the fifth and final resolution for 2021 that I have is to stop going into my lectures cold turkey. Like pre-COVID, I would just show up to class and absorb all the information that they had for me, and then, you know, feel like you got hit by a bus with all that information. And then, you know, COVID hit and all classes transitioned into online, and I don't know about y'all, but like 3 hours in Zoom is so much different than 3 hours in person. If I feel like I got hit by a bus during like my first semester, like last semester, I might as well be deceased if that's the case. But it's just so much content, so much information all in one sitting, and you kind of get to a point where it's kind of like Charlie Brown's teacher. It's like womp womp, and everything is going in one ear, out the other. You're just not as focused, not as engaged, because you're like, when is this going to be over? And I'm tired of looking at a computer screen kind of thing. But there were a few moments in the semester where I was able to read the content before class, and so by the time I got ready for that lecture, or by the time that lecture came around, I was just more like absorbent for what the professor had to say about the content that I had already like just skimmed on, and kind of got a broad sense of what was being talked about. I would have more questions. I like just was more engaged, and I was more willing to hear what that professor had to say, because maybe they were dropping tidbits that weren't necessarily in the book, and I could catch on to that quicker than if I go into class cold turkey and I'm doing my reading after she's already talked about it. So that is something that I want to take into the spring semester of 2021. I think it's just a lot more helpful. It allows me to just kind of be a better student, if anything, and probably more just to my own benefit to know what the hell is going on before you go on that 3-hour Zoom session that seems to last day and night. So those are my 5 resolutions for 2021. I think that it's going to be useful if I'm able to just, you know, maintain it through the entirety of the semester. It is something that it is going to like push me to be consistent. Kind of outside of nursing school, that's just one of my resolutions, is to just be a little bit more self-disciplined, and even if I don't get it 100% perfect, I'm not going to beat myself up about it kind of thing. It's just more so I need to kind of work on these habits now, so that way you know, life is just a little bit smoother for me. You know, that consistency or even just self-discipline will kind of aid me later in life. And so that's just something, these are the resolutions that I feel like will kind of help towards that overall goal of being more self-disciplined, being more consistent with the things that I want to handle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. But please give this video a like, a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know, like I said, what your resolutions are. What do you have in store for the new year? What are you looking forward to? What is a good memory that you can take from 2020? I know that it wasn't a lot of good times here, but what is something that you're like grateful for that you're able to walk into the new year with? Let's kind of start on some positivity, if anything. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Like, we're only going up from here. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Happy New Year, and may blessings and love follow you in 2021. Bye.